Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my top 10 favourite brushes, which I've been saying I wanted to do this video for a while and I'm finally getting around to doing it. So I have my top 10 favourite brushes laid out in front of me. They're not really in any particular order other than I'm doing face brushes first and then eye brushes second. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And just before I show you my brushes, I just want to apologise for the state of them. They're all dirty because I've been using them, so I apologise for the way that they look. But yeah, here's the first brush. It is my Gemma Kid Kabuki brush, which I love. It's such a nice brush. I use this to apply my powder all over my face. It just makes everything glide on so smoothly. It doesn't pack the colour on too much so your makeup doesn't look cakey. It's so soft and really densely, the bristles are really dense. So I love this brush and I just think like the pink on the bottom is so cute, and yeah, this is my favourite Kabuki brush. Next is the Sigma Durofiber F50 brush, which looks like this. It's just one of those typical Durofiber stippling brushes. I use this to apply my my liquid foundations. I just put that onto the back of my hand and then stipple the brush into the product and then stipple it all over my face and then use circular motions to blend everything all in. It is so nice for blending everything. There's no harsh edges, everything's really seamless. It doesn't apply too much product, it just blends out nicely, so it kind of gives that airbrushed finish, and I really like this. I picked up all of my Sigma brushes probably like a year and a half ago now, I think, and I got the complete set. I don't know if they still do it, I think they do, but I'll leave Sigma link below in case you want to check them out and have a look at any other products that they do. But their brushes are such good quality and they're all really super soft. I don't have too much problem with shedding with most of the brushes. This one though has started to shed a little bit. I think perhaps because it's a round brush, the bristles in the centre aren't as held in so tightly with the glue, so they kind of come loose over time. But that's the only brush really that they do that I have any kind of shedding problems with. Other than that, the rest of them are fine. But I really love this brush for applying my foundation. I don't use any other brushes to do that. I don't use my fingers. I just really love this brush. Then to apply my blush, I love this angled brush, which is the E40, which I can barely read the writing on it because it's all rubbed off because I love it and use it so much. But it's just a angled kind of blush and contour brush. It's so incredibly soft. This is one of the softest brushes that I own and it's so nice. So yeah, I love applying my blush with this. It just fits on the apples of my cheeks really nicely. It blends everything out because it's so soft. It just blends any edges as you're applying it, so you don't get any like really harsh, really pigmented colour in one spot. It just looks really nice. You can also use this to contour in the hollows of your cheeks. And sometimes I'll even use the very tip of this brush dipped into a powder highlighter and use that to apply my highlight, and it works really well for that, but I love this for applying my blush. Then onto some eye brushes. So the first one that I have is the Sigma E55, which is just a standard flat shader brush, which it doesn't really look anything too special to look at, but this is my favourite shader brush. I have a few other ones from various different brands, and I very rarely use them. Pretty much the only time I will use them is when I've washed this one and I'm waiting for it to dry so I can't actually use it. That's the only time I'll use any of my other brushes. Otherwise, I always use this one. It's just really great. It fits my eye space really nicely. It's great for packing on colour. You can use the tip to apply colour to the lower lash line or to apply a highlight or something like that. I just really love this brush. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in my top 10 favourite brushes, obviously. The next brush is from Sedona Lace, which I'll leave a link to Sedona Lace below if you want to go check them out as well. I got the Vortex brush set for Christmas this past year, and like I said, I will be doing a review on the Sedona Lace brushes as well, but the majority of them are so incredibly soft. This one in particular is so soft. They're really great quality for a fraction of the price of the Sigma ones or MAC brushes, and they're basically kind of the same. This one is kind of a dupe for the MAC 217. So it's just one of those kind of blending brushes, which is really great for applying colours to the crease. I like using this to apply like a lighter colour higher up on my crease, and then use just a little bit more product on the tips of the bristles to get really into the outer corner and the very like inner crease. And it works so nicely for that. It blends the colours out beautifully. I love this brush so much. This is the EB09, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. I've mentioned this brush in a couple of my recent favourites videos because I just love it so much. It's such an amazing brush. This is one brush out of all of them that I would say you need to go and pick up because it's amazing. So that's that one. Next is a brush from e.l.f., which is their blending eye brush from their mineral collection, which is just like a small domed blending brush. This is again really soft. The bristles are really densely packaged as well, and this is so great for blending out any harsh lines in your crease, or I like to, as you can probably tell from the darker colour, I like to dip just the tiniest, like slightest dip into like a black or a really dark colour, and then I kind of almost just stipple that on the outer corner. It blends those colours so nicely. This is such a good brush, and it's so inexpensive as well. I think this is maybe £2.50. So I'll leave a link to e.l.f. below as well if you want to go check them out. But this is such a nice brush. This is one of my favourite brushes from e.l.f. Then a similar brush from Sigma is the E40 tapered blending brush. This is obviously a bit larger than the e.l.f. one. I'll compare them side by side so you can see. So you can see the e.l.f. one is obviously a lot smaller than the Sigma one, and the Sigma one's a bit fluffier as well. So that makes it really great for blending out the edges of crease colours and things like that. I love using this to apply my brow highlight as well, and sometimes I'll even use this to apply a cheek highlight. It's really great for that as well, and I love it. And again, as with all of my Sigma brushes, it's really soft, and it's just a really nice like fluffy brush. Then another brush that is very similar to the previous two is the Sedona Lace EB13, which looks like this. So again, it's one of those domed blending type brushes, and I'll just compare it to the other two so you can see. So hopefully you can see size-wise it's kind of between the e.l.f. and the Sigma brush, which are either side of it, but it's just much softer. It's similar to the e.l.f. brush, but a bit more densely packed. And it's just really nice again for blending out any edges, but what I love using this for is applying cream products, like a cream base like my MAC Paint Pot, to my eyelid. It's really great for that. I'll just swirl it in the product, swirl it onto my eye, it blends everything out. It doesn't apply too much colour at once, so that's really great for that, because sometimes with cream products you have to be careful not to apply too much, otherwise it will create creasing. But this just applies like a really thin layer, blends everything out, and it's just so quick and easy to use for that purpose, which is what I love using it for. And then I just have two brushes left. So the first one is again from Sigma, and it is the E30 pencil brush, which is just a really small tapered brush. It really tapers into a point, which is great for applying an inner corner highlight, which is what I use it for most of the time. It's kind of reserved for that purpose, or sometimes I'll use it to apply powder to my lower lash line as a liner down there. I love using this brush for that, and it's really tiny, so it really fits into those corners and little areas really easily. You can also use it to apply a crease colour if you want to do like a cut crease or something like that, or you wanted a really defined colour in the crease, or you wanted to apply colour to a really precise area. It's really great for any kind of precision sort of work, so that's what I love for that. And then my last one is from Sedona Lace, and it is the EB23, which is just one of those angled eyeliner brushes, which I use. You could use this for gel eyeliner or anything like that. I don't have any gel eyeliner at the moment, so I use this for powder eyeliner. So just any dark colours, applying it to my lower lash line. I love using it for that. Or sometimes I'll apply a pencil liner on my upper lash line and then apply a powder over the top of it with this, and it just kind of helps smoke everything out, and it's really beautiful for that. So I love using that brush for that purpose. So they were my top 10 favourite brushes of all time out of the ones that I own at the moment. I hope you found this helpful. You can kind of see there's a few higher end brushes in there and some drugstore ones in there. So you can see I've got a range of brushes, and you don't always have to pay out for expensive brushes to find really good quality ones. I definitely recommend the e.l.f. ones if you're just starting out. They're really inexpensive and they're a great way to just get your collection started and have good brushes to apply your makeup with, because using makeup brushes really makes such a difference to how your makeup applies. You can have a not so great eyeshadow and apply it with a sponge tip applicator and it just doesn't really look anything, but then you can apply it with a brush and it just really brings it out, really helps to make your makeup look good. So like I said, I'll leave a link below to where you can pick up the Sigma brushes, the Sedona Lace brushes and the e.l.f. brushes, so you can go check those out if you want to. Leave a comment below if there are any brushes that you think I should go and check out, if there's any collections or any inexpensive drugstore brushes that you think are really good quality that you think I should add to my collection. Don't forget to check out my other videos and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!